This video is about helping you gain the motivation and momentum to make the changes in your life that you want to make. I know also selfishly, I thought it would be fun to shoot this video just to remind myself of why am I decluttering? Why am I putting so much effort into pursuing minimalism? In hopes that it kind of spurs me forward and gets me motivated to continue to make the changes that I want to make. The first benefit of minimalism is that it saves time. I've said it so many times, but time is really the most precious commodity we have. We can't really replace it. It's limited. It's all we have. And unfortunately, in modern society, at least here in the US, a lot of us spend quite a bit of time dealing with our stuff. I read somewhere that on average, people spend about 6.5 months of their lives looking for things. And that's not even including other tasks having to do with stuff like moving, organizing, tidying, putting things away. There's a whole lot of our lives spent dealing with our stuff, and the more stuff we have, the more time we need to put into those belongings. But I've noticed as I've decluttered and reduced a bit, it's had rippling impacts on how much time I have on a day-to-day basis. And it really just opens up your life, kind of like a flower blooming in this wonderful way. I don't know about you, but I'd way rather have fun with a friend than tidy my house my whole life. A second unexpected benefit of minimalism is that, at least for me, it makes tidying and cleaning way more enjoyable. I used to be that person who absolutely abhorred cleaning and tidying. I would avoid it at all costs. I would procrastinate it. I wouldn't deal with it. I don't know how my mom and dad put up with me when I was a kid, because my room was always disaster zone. Like, my mom would have these really serious talks with me about how she was really worried about my ability to tidy my space and how that could follow me through life in this really difficult way. And she took it really seriously, but I just could not get on top of it. I don't know what was with me. Whereas now I look forward, at least to a certain extent, I look forward to cleaning. And quite often it's because I've also wrapped it up in an enjoyable activity like listening to a podcast I really like or listening to music. But because I've decluttered, the actual act of tidying and cleaning aren't quite as overwhelming. Like, there's just less to deal with. And as a result, I see the change faster in my space. So when, for example, I'm tidying my kitchen, it doesn't take me as long to get it to a place where I see the payoff and it feels good. And therefore, the act of tidying and decluttering becomes very reinforcing. So if you're somebody who just hates cleaning and tidying and putting things away, I think minimalism is kind of a hack for you, in that it makes that whole process so much easier and more pleasant and naturally reinforcing, and therefore kind of fun. A third benefit to minimalism is that it can save you money. If you're reducing how regularly you're stopping by the store to pick up something for fun, or how much you're shopping online, you ultimately end up just expending less of your income. This one is pretty self-explanatory, so I won't go on too long about it, but I just want to underline it can make a really big difference in that you can put that money towards something more meaningful to you, like medical care, education, buying the home of your dreams, or travel, or some other experience that's important to you, or even just paying off debt so you're less stressed financially. Another benefit related to that is that minimalism can allow you to invest more money in your dream pieces or in things that matter more to you. So like I said, paying off debt, education, medical care, but also, on a more superficial level, you can even buy the slightly better products or the slightly more dream version of that cardigan you've always been eyeing, because you just have a little bit more money because you're not spending it on a bunch of things that you'll never really use. You can really take your time shopping, picking out the perfect dream versions of pieces, and invest in pieces in the long run, things that will stand the test of time or that are better quality and better for you. And that actually leads me really quickly to the sponsor of this video, Proven Skincare. First of all, I'm so grateful to them for supporting the channel. But on top of that, I think they're a really awesome company because they have this double whammy to me of streamlining your skincare routine while also giving you the quality that maybe you're looking for. They have the world's most personalized skincare with an approach that's completely backed by data. They use this proprietary 3-minute skin genome quiz that analyzes 47 factors about you: your skin concerns, lifestyle, water hardness, humidity level, UV index based upon where you live, a bunch of factors to give you the products that are going to make the best impact on your skin. They have their custom cleanser, their custom day moisturizer with SPF, and their custom night cream. And I have to say, on a personal level, I used to have some real skin problems, including problems with rosacea and skin dryness, just constant flakiness and redness all over my skin and some pimples. And once I tried Proven, I saw such a big impact, even after I had tried about a million other products that didn't really work for me. Because this was built for me, it really worked. And it also totally simplified my skincare routine. What's cool is that once you take the short quiz, you have two options. You can either make a one-time purchase to try out the products for $169.99, or you can sign up for a regular subscription, however frequently you want it, for $129.99. But today I have a special deal for you. Click the link in my description box and use my code ALAN99 to get your first personalized Proven system for $99 for a limited time. This represents a 50% discount off of the retail price. So it's an incredible deal they're offering for a limited time. So if you want to try Proven, I'd say now is a great time. And I think this is a great example of something that maybe is a little bit more of an investment, but also probably saves you money over the long haul rather than buying constant drugstore products that just don't work for your skin. This is built for you, and it simplifies your life and helps your skin. But anyway, beyond even just skincare and Proven, any type of set of products you have to solve a solution in your home, whether it's cleaning products or makeup products, if you can just get the better products that actually work for you, even if you have to invest a little bit more upfront, it's going to make a bigger difference. And it's easier to do that when you have a more minimal, streamlined home and you're spending less money constantly on stuff. A fifth benefit of minimalism is that it can make everyday tasks easier. If you can get the products that really work for you and get fewer of them, it makes everything easier. You're spending less time on those everyday tasks. Another benefit of minimalism is that it helps you appreciate what you already have and your favorites even more. I've noticed when I have fewer items in my closet, for example, I reach for my favorite blouses and my favorite t-shirts more often. I'm not as afraid of them. I'm not as afraid of ruining them or spilling on them. I just say, you know what? I want to use my favorite clothing items because they're right there and they're also more apparent. They're more right in my face, easily accessible than if I have a jam-packed closet or dresser. And by using those items more, I enjoy them more. And I know in a way this sounds kind of superficial, but come on, when you put on your favorite pair of jeans or your favorite blazer or whatever it is, and you feel like you just look smart and you feel like you just look good, that is such a good feeling. And that's just an example from the closet. There's so many different domains where this phenomenon exists. Basically, by having less, you have easier access to the things you enjoy, you interface with those things more, and that brings you a little bit of joy in your day-to-day. Another benefit is that it saves you physical energy. I do think that we often expend a lot of physical energy on cleaning up and tidying our spaces. At least I found that to be the case for me. And as someone who has MS and also is currently in my 9th month of pregnancy, I have very limited energy, and I feel like moving around, tidying my space can take up a lot of my daily battery power, so I have less energy for the other things in life that I care more about. But when I have fewer belongings to put away, I physically just have more energy to go on that walk, to do something fun. And I think this is a really important point that people don't often make in the minimalism community, because I don't think that disability or invisible disability are talked about very often within the context of minimalism decluttering, but really having more physical energy to put towards other things that are more important or meaningful can have such a big impact on the quality of life for someone who has a lot of limitations. Also, even if you aren't experiencing some kind of disability now, you could deal with something like that in the future, and if you declutter now, it could pay off dividends in the future. I know I started pursuing minimalism just a little bit before I got my MS diagnosis and had the flare that really worsened my symptoms in this horrible, more chronic, everyday way. And I'm just like, thank God I had done that decluttering before this happened, because yes, I'm still on that minimalism journey and I'm still decluttering, but the decluttering I had already done paid off so much in dealing with that diagnosis. I think it made a huge impact for me. So even if you're not dealing with something like that now, there could be a point where minimalism really helps you physically. Another benefit that's related to that is that it can save you when you're in crisis. So if something comes up, it doesn't have to be something medical, but if anything stressful or unexpected happens in your life and you're kind of in crisis or at a crossroads, having less stuff just makes your life easier, so you're able to manage the crisis in the moment when it happens. And I even think about, as I look forward to giving birth and having this baby, if I unexpectedly go into labor early or something like that, if I just had to drop everything and leave the house, it wouldn't feel as overwhelming as it might have felt if I hadn't done the decluttering I've done. Yes, I'm sure it'll still feel overwhelming and it doesn't solve everything, but it's an example of sometimes in life, you just gotta drop everything and deal with something, and having less stuff allows you to be less encumbered. Another benefit that is related is that I believe that minimalism can reduce stress. And there's even a good amount of research on how clutter increases stress and even stress hormones in the body, and having less clutter reduces stress. So given that there's even research on it, I think it's a pretty comforting thought that if you just declutter a bit, have a bit less chaos in your home, you might feel a lot better. A final benefit of minimalism is that it can give you a sense of confidence and agency in your life. Minimalism has shown me that it is possible for me to take action in an area where I feel like I'm a little bit weaker. Like I said earlier, historically, I was always this very messy person with way too much stuff. And as I've gotten rid of more and more and seen the changes over time to a point where I have a home that I really enjoy being in, that is soothing and relaxing to me, is a home where I enjoy hosting, having people over, and where I even get compliments from people who do visit, it's like such a transformation. It just gives me the sense that I can make changes in life. I can do things that I didn't think I was capable of before by just methodically learning, practicing, using that new muscle I'm developing. And I see the payoff. I see how good it feels. I see how it affects the quality of my life. And that just gives me the sense of like, I am capable. If I feel overwhelmed at work, or I feel like I really want to try some kind of new skill, but I'm a little bit intimidated or don't think I'm capable of it, I pause and say, wait, you know what? Look at this other domain of decluttering and pursuing minimalism. I have made so many strides forward. Yes, I still have a ways to go, but I have seen such a big change. I have seen how I change even about how I feel about cleaning and tidying. And if I can do that, maybe I can at least try this. Decluttering and minimalism can have rippling effects on how you see yourself, how you relate to others, how you even deal with relationships and navigate complex social situations. It is incredible the payoff that minimalism can have in ways that are rippling, in ways that you can't even detect. I truly believe that it can build your confidence and sense of self. It's because decluttering is something that practically anyone can do. Yes, there are limitations or different factors that might make it harder for some people than others, but ultimately most of us have somewhat control over what we keep in our immediate homes or space. And so we have the option to harness that control and prove to ourselves we're capable people. Anyway, thanks for sticking around this long, and don't forget to try out that amazing Proven Skincare deal. Look at the top of my description box and use the code ALAN99. But that's pretty much all I have for you today. If you enjoyed this video, hit the thumbs up. It's a great way to support the channel. And don't hesitate to subscribe if you want to see more videos like this one. Anyway, thank you so much for spending this little bit of time with me, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye!